Can you remember what your greatest achievement was when you were a kid? If you were a regular kid, your answer will probably be just that you won the spelling bee back in the 2nd grade. But there are some children that are so extraordinary that they can do things like, start their own business before they even finish high school. Whether you were one of these kids or not, you're going to want to make sure to keep watching until the end to see which multi-millionaire made their first $1 million when they were just 6 years old. Before we start, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more fun facts. Now, here are 10 smart kids who are self-made millionaires. Money Kicks. Rashed Balasa, also known as Money Kicks, is definitely not your average teenager. He has hundreds of thousands of followers on his Instagram and YouTube pages and is well known for owning a sneaker collection that includes almost 200,000 pairs. Born and raised in Dubai, he is usually the first call that celebrities will make when visiting his beautiful country. And why do they all want to hang out with this kid? Well, besides wanting to see his insane sneaker collection, they also want to visit his private family-owned zoo that houses over 400 exotic animals such as monkeys, tigers, and lions. Rashed's family is obviously very wealthy, but this young entrepreneur plans on building up a successful empire of his own. Besides being a social media celebrity and going to school full-time, Rashed has plans to open up a clothing store in Dubai and even has his own clothing line. He is also currently a brand ambassador for the Middle East and for a shoe product brand called Crep Protect. Rashed may come from a family of privilege, but he is serious about making a name for himself. He puts all of the profit that he makes off of YouTube ads back into buying more sneakers. He even once spent $8,000 on a single pair, but says that doing so was a serious business investment. Rashed seems to know what he's doing, but we still can't believe that he had his own custom-made Yeezy car made. Yikes. Alana Thompson. Alana Thompson, better known as Honey Boo Boo, first rose to fame after being featured on the reality TV show Toddlers and Tiaras. You probably have already seen viral videos of her on Facebook drinking go-go juice to get ready for her competitions. This news had caused quite a commotion when it first came out because her juice was made up of Mountain Dew and Red Bull, a concoction that no 6-year-old should ever be drinking. It probably explains why Alana was so hilarious and sassy on the show, though. She managed to win over the hearts of her viewers and became so popular that she even landed her own reality TV show, Here Comes Honey Boo Boo. On this show, the camera crew filmed Alana and her crazy redneck family in their day-to-day lives outside of the beauty pageant world. The show may make them look like reckless hillbillies, but Alana's mom, Mama June, has reportedly been putting away every single one of Alana's paychecks from the show into a trust fund. She may not be able to touch that fund for another decade, but we're curious to see what happens when she does. Maybe TLC can give her another show called What Will Honey Boo Boo Do With Her Millions? We would definitely watch that. Abby Fleck. Abby Fleck was only 8 years old when she invented the Makin' Bacon cooking dish back in 1993. And it all started thanks to a sarcastic comment made by her dad while the family was making breakfast together. The Fleck family was cooking bacon in the microwave but didn't have any paper towels to soak up the excess bacon fat. Mr. Fleck decided to use some newspaper to do the job, but Mrs. Fleck wasn't too happy with that decision. So Abby's dad sarcastically joked that he should have just let the bacon drip dry instead. A light bulb went off in little Abby's head, and she got to work designing what would later become a popular bacon cooking tool. Although some credit does go to her dad for guiding her through the entire process. This simple invention ended up making Abby a millionaire and also turned her into the poster child for child inventors. She was invited onto exciting shows like The Late Show with David Letterman and The Oprah Winfrey Show to promote her inexpensive product. The Makin' Bacon dish was even named Parade Magazine's Best New Food Product of 1994. Abby's smart 8-year-old brain was able to come up with something so simple that managed to fill a niche in the world of cookware. We only wish that we had thought of it first. Kiowa Kavitha. Kiowa Kavitha became a millionaire kid inventor thanks to ABC's hit TV show, Shark Tank. At just 7 years old, Kiowa was the youngest person to ever go on the show and pitch an idea to the sharks. Her invention, Boo Boo Goo, is a roll-on liquid bandage that comes in an array of different colors. She came up with the idea because she hates traditional band-aids but still wanted a way to cover up her cuts. Her product is completely fun for kids to use and even comes in kid-friendly colors like pink and blue. Not only is it environmentally friendly and organic, Kiowa's product is also more cost-effective since one bottle is equivalent to 75 Band-Aids. One of the slogans for this paint-on Band-Aid is "Turn a boo-boo into a ha-ha." And this 7-year-old is not the only one who thinks her invention is genius. On Shark Tank, Kiowa and her dad Andrew asked for $100,000 in return for a 17.5% stake in the company. She ended up winning the hearts of the sharks and even struck a deal with Kevin O'Leary, but he asked for a 25% share instead. The deal worked out for both sides, and in the end, Kiowa is now a self-made millionaire. Adam Hildreth. It was 1999, and Adam Hildreth, who was only 14 years old at the time, had just founded Doobit, a virtual world created for teenagers by teenagers. The website was an instant success, and Adam even dropped out of school 2 years later so that he could run it full-time. In the beginning, human moderators were used to make sure that nobody was going against the community rules. But Adam soon realized that human moderators weren't going to cut it anymore, and he began to develop a software to fix the issue. Fast forward to 2005, and Adam co-founded his next company, Crisp Thinking, which analyzes the language of users to determine if they're harassing other players. But the greatest thing about Crisp Thinking is that it alerts parents if a potential predator is talking to their child online. Adam's ingenious software can be downloaded for free by parents who are worried about online safety, and he even claims that it is 99.9% effective in identifying unacceptable online behavior. It seems like this high school dropout didn't let his lack of degree get in the way of his success. He has become a multi-millionaire, and kids are now safer online thanks to his innovative thinking. Robert Ney. Have you ever played Bubble Ball? It's a popular 72-level puzzle game that was released back in 2010. The game was so universally loved that it was even downloaded over 2 million times within the first 2 weeks of its release. Now, we could all assume that this game was made by an adult who spent years developing the idea, but we would be assuming wrong. Robert Ney actually created it when he was only 14 years old. At one point in time, Bubble Ball even outsold the popular Angry Birds game. Besides having his mom help him with drawing some of the levels and submitting the app for distribution, Robert did all of the coding on his own. He even released the game under his own company, Ney Games, and plans on creating even more fun iPhone apps. What's even more astounding is that Robert was able to teach himself how to code this game from the comfort of his bedroom in Utah. It is incredibly hard to code a game without any formal training, but Robert must have already been a computer whiz. He says that he wants to work with computers in the future, but does realize that becoming a gaming entrepreneur could be quite profitable as well. EvanTube. It is reported that Evan, the star of YouTube channels EvanTube and EvanTube Raw, makes a whopping $1.3 million a year off of his YouTube videos. It all started back in 2011 when Evan's dad, Jared, a self-employed filmmaker, started filming Evan doing toy reviews. Back then, Jared admits that they had no idea that it was even possible to make money off of the videos and that they were making them just for fun. Nowadays, the entire family is involved in the video making process, and the fact that they're spending time together is the most rewarding part of it all. The channels mainly consist of Evan and his little sister completing challenges and reviewing stuff for kids, but the family now also vlogs from time to time too. And why is it that people just can't seem to get enough of little Evan? Jared thinks that one of the biggest reasons for the channel's success is Evan's incredible ability to connect with their viewers. Kids who are watching can relate to him and feel like he's their friend. Whatever the real secret behind their popularity is, we definitely want in on it. Evan still has a long way to go before he becomes legal, but he already never has to worry about money ever again. Nick D'Aloisio. Nick D'Aloisio was only 17 years old when Yahoo bought his app Sumly for a reported $30 million. Nick first created a prototype version of the app from his bedroom and was almost immediately offered money from a venture capitalist firm in Hong Kong. He received a $300,000 investment that he used to develop Sumly and had important people like Ashton Kutcher advise him on the project. His idea behind the app was to be able to show the user the bullet points of any written content so the user could decide if they wanted to read the full article or not. Nick admits that his generation is full of skimmers and that this app can help publishers reach out to a younger audience. Although it is unknown how much money Nick truly made after his investors were paid off, it's certain that Yahoo changed his life forever. But he admitted to still being a normal kid after the sale of his app and that he isn't even allowed to buy anything expensive without asking his mom first. So what's his next move? Nick is reported to be focusing on his philosophy and computer science program at Oxford University. But we can't wait to see what app this tech nerd will come up with next. David and Catherine Cook. When the Cook siblings, Catherine and Dave, were still in high school, they came up with a genius business idea that has since made them millions of dollars. And how did it all happen? The two had just moved to a new state with their family, which meant that they would have to go through the scary process of making friends in high school all over again. They decided to look through the school's yearbook to see if there was anyone they would have recognized, but soon realized that yearbooks were kind of useless. That's when they came up with My Yearbook, a social media platform similar to Facebook but aimed specifically at teenagers. Even their older brother Geoff was so impressed by their idea that he invested $250,000 into it and became the company's CEO. Dave actually stepped down from the company at one point to focus on school, but Catherine was so invested that she even gave up her social life in order to put all her time and energy towards the company. This simple idea may have made the siblings millionaires, but Catherine says that she just gets really happy whenever someone lets her know that they met the love of their life through the My Yearbook site. Aw, how sweet. Isabella Barrett. If this list has been making you feel bad about not becoming a child millionaire, then block your ears for this next one. Isabella Barrett was only 6 years old when she made her first $1 million. She first started out as a beauty pageant queen and was featured on the popular TV show Toddlers and Tiaras. She even won 55 crowns and 85 titles throughout her short pageant career. Now that she's a little older, this millionaire uses her TV fame to push her jewelry and clothing lines. Glitzy girl and bound by the crowned couture, Isabella is also an aspiring singer and has had her own company in the music industry called Bella Beats Productions. Although she's very busy, Isabella goes to a primary school during the week and insists that she only really works on Saturdays. We have to admit that it's a bit shocking to see her prancing around with a full face of makeup, but we guess that she never was able to truly let go of her pageant queen days. Isabella currently lives in a mansion on Rhode Island and runs her businesses with her mom, Susanna. Trash talk toddlers and tiaras all you want, but we're kind of jealous of the rich life that this little princess is now living because of the show. Well, folks, that's all for our list of 10 smart kids who are self-made millionaires. Don't forget to like this video, and thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.